Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We are independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion,
you for know about salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing bien no. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. Developments now.
All right. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, Sierra Leoneans forever. Unade from Kenema back to the studio. Now, Houston, Texas. Una all know today na the 23rd day of May 2023. And na the day this formally way neck down declare as the day of our first day of campaign. We tell Sierra Leoneans them plenty thank you for the patience, for the indulgence, and for the love of Unity Broadcasting. We don't count this far like I tell una. We aim na follow we be 65,000. This we page na a virgin page. Now a real virgin page, because if we don't boost this page, if we don't pay Facebook for let them give we following, like una not still they be anyway, because una come because of una love for Unity Broadcasting. Like I tell una, we get for cover the elections, the election night and the election day full time. All the 8 hours where Facebook grants we will get for give una. So let everybody get set, get ready. On runners, on your mark, sets, go. Follow we go. Well, brothers and sisters, una all know say today na Tuesday. And normally Tuesday, una know say na Professor Kutubu na Nkinkan. Me na just the host. And Professor give me the opportunity for make her introduce the topic to una, and make her come and introduce the program for him. However, una know the normal routine, right? I get a few more days inside United States at the wrap up. School they can't close. Me baby get for done school, and then I will get the opportunity to for fly me wings and all over the place. So like I tell when I use the opportunity for share, when I know say June 11, I get for the on the streets of Freetown, where are they giving una prize? We will talk and we did one just like where President Bill say talk and do. So now the same way we did this, go about with saying it and doing it the right thing. So what are they try for say when I start for share now? Share. That's now going to lead you with the opportunity where you go win. Today, the topics are all they talk about brothers and sisters. Now, the betrayal of Charles Margai and the Margai family. We all see Charles Margai na social media yesterday. It go loose where it's in up healthily within Capna head where it say don't declare for the All People's Congress. We know say Charles Margai in 2007, he was a very big factor during those days because there were underlying factors why the people of Bo Kenema and the Mende people or the Southeastern have been really vexed with Solobi. They be vexed with Pakaba. So the vexation where Solobi been forced Solobi by the people of Sierra Leone, by the SLPP people there. So based on that, people were not happy at all. So based on that, then decide say then they take them back seats. And when they see another person where them been love, when them been want, then decide for throw them weight behind that person. That was the reason why then Charles Margai was a big factor. But currently, brothers and sisters, if you notice in 2018 general elections, when Charles Margai been contest in your household, when I in household, now only one person vote or when I in wife. Even the one they always and all them house, them but the way they take care of in West in Peking, West, all of them, none of them not vote for her. How many thousand they been car with? Currently, Charles Margai is never and will never be a factor. Now, like a solo way they sing a solo song, you one way they sing, you don't get nobody where they give a bass. Now you one way they sing the song, now Charles Margai right now. When I see what I go declare with, right? The person will go declare when I watch him. Instead with the declaration, the lady was so timid, it they butu in head. But not to that to the talk. Professor, they can't talk about that more. Then we also talk about the security. Professor will talk about the security around the president. Countries like this, when you see the security, then they almost lay their life for the president. The secret services, now so then they call them secret services. Then go up now, they even know saying that then are secret services. Then are envoys to the president. Then they secure the president so much. But today we don't see how a lot of things they go amiss around the security sectors. Panda Noah, what are you doing? And other people, then what is going on? The first attempt was on, the first lady. We see that Motoka can run in convoy. The second one again, for let Motoka go deploy some nice strategic side where it go end up for costes. So what is going on? What is going on, Professor? We can't talk about that. And lastly, we go talk about Dumbuya. Last and Dumbuya don't begin again. We they tell the Sierra Leonean community, we they tell the international community, and then then quick for begin run for go lay complain. During the census, now then can't say counts me not to force. We come out there, we cancel, registration. Now then come again say no way, they do nothing. After us, most of them supporters they say they're hungry, they know they go vote. But the euphoria don't campaign and now they feel say them go register, then go vote and go get their ID card. Inside in publication, when I voice note, they say to him people them yesterday, day before yesterday, they tell them say let them go collect their ID card for Bambai, but let them not do anything until then Yeri where what they come up from. They don't begin inciting statements again. Tomorrow, they will be say let them not go register and they don't begin complain to international community. But then forget say ECSL not all them ways they go with. ECSL they go with in your way because it already pulled the timetable. It already gets a strategic day stand or things the way they do. The timetable of ECSL they on to the last day. Then will be say no council and now then the big say let election be pushed to 1 month again. So you see what can tell when I say the All People's Congress they are just fuck tongues. They're not really stand on one ground. They don't know whose side then they go. So, brothers and sisters, like I tell you, this is Unity Broadcasting. Me not just a host, but not to me get the program today. Me now una sister Elizabeth Kefe Fabian Gembe professor there on the seat today, where if we don't go free side, don't come. It gets a whole lot of things that way. It be really one for come and throw lights on. And one of the major things where instead been seen at the security lapses where President Bill they go around. That's now one of the things that will be really make it not be they go inside town so much because it been feels so much like the town was so over chaotic that it's a wow, not so Sierra Leone don't be. But like I tell you, this na Unity Broadcasting, when I share this live broadcast so that everybody will come and listen. How Charles Margai betrayed the Margai family, how the security around President His Excellency Julius Maada Bio a very lapse. Now we don't see the APC and the orchestrates way. They want, they want for fair way for letting assassinate President Bio. But what can tell you now, how I wish the death penalty still go there. Because when you try one, you go know who say you go get up. That hot chair where you go down quiz you go, the next person will come. But however, if una feel say una get sense, there are another strategies we can use. Professor, tell me Salon Famu then I do.
Welcome to the show.
All right, then Professor Kutubu. Professor, they give una the opportunity for make una call. The phone line go be +34649366503. I go put on the screen. +34649366503. Make you throw you weight on this betrayal of Charles Margai and any other topic we Professor they talk about. This is not about SLPP, APC. It is about Sierra Leone because His Excellency Julius Maada Bio is our president and the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So you get rights for calling and Charles Margai and betrayal to the Margai family. It is your right. You go call and tell me whether you feel say what you do na right thing or what you do na wrong thing. The phone number again +34649366503. I go put on the screen. So, Professor, back to you, sir.
Welcome to all we listeners and supporters, fans, and well wishers that are Unity Broadcasting. Like we say today, actually, May 23rd, 2023. So now the countdown to the elections. I know the council. I got power. Let God make how they go inside the election with similar like Margai. Let God see to with Alhamdulillah. Anything we go bring lets and hindrance for the election. We go make waiting be meet we go to Remewa. Let go shoot far. Anybody will get bad intention for the country, for hold and back, let God erupt for them for that person. Today, waiting, just like we, Elizabeth don't tell now, you don't give all the indices them. Waiting at the candle today, that for take, the listeners and fans and supporters that Unity Broadcast here about the sort of politics organized alone. But in particular, we will focus on one family, the Margai family, the legacy where the Margai family left, and where one unsavory miscreant, where one very unprincipled person, somebody who lacking self-awareness, somebody who morally confused. John, the way walking many times when the imam they talk to me, they can tell we say anybody where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't and mislead. No way, not the way any human being will return to the path of righteousness. Now that's the Imam saying, tell me. We can listen carefully. The man in question today, who the control camera, we don't get misled. We don't become so morally confused that you don't know what they pan. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala no more go sorry for him. But I don't know how God go sorry for a man like this. We don't get no sense of awareness. He don't know himself. Just like way cool people like he put parable say big white cat, he don't know himself. Or when they get the other parable, we can say we also say the teacher go buy him. And they come up with all of this, we listeners for talk about the role where the Margais they play like Sadu. Leading to independence. Till we come to 1967. We tell God thank you. We don't see. We get what to tell God thank you for the longevity of life. We don't see because me where SLPP born they meet me. So me old past SLPP they meet me, and I see how the country been there. We with man and me there and other thing where SLPP can't join the with man there. For care we can't go before today. We get elections and all that thing. We only via of course 1968 where then Shaitan people led by Shaka Stevens and take over. So what they do, they change, how the country they operate. But now not go to just Margai as they lay out the case. Because what we talk about a legacy where just Margai, what he don't do, what he don't destroy, now one can lay for let I get for let understand how the man don't destroy the legacy of the country. I get for first talk about the historical, and the president and what people they said. Sir Milton and Sir Albert, no, Sir Milton particularly, when Charles Margai in your cool, he put a team of 24 citizens together for letting go to a place when they call Lancaster House in May 1960 for go tell the witch man and say, well, you know what? We say we don't balaga now. We say we don't turn big people there. We mature now. We go able now for money real affairs there. The delegation go, but again, one Shaitan Mindede, where any side where Fobe man talk Rikishi, in I born Rikishi, Shaka Stevens be there among them. But God make, he find that everybody knows say Shaka Stevens was not part of the independence movement in signature, not the that document with sign for independence because they not give a commodity where he can, Babala disaster, he go erect a roadblock. But Sir Milton they manage, they work with the way people they, especially the British representative when we needed Mr. Ian MacLeod, they all work together. They come up with this in the in fact the people of Britain they were so hard and they give we £7.5 million and they give they say okay but we dash this money here. When I take them, Lord I say how I go manage yourself when I don't get to freedom. We did say on the eve of independence, we see where the Queen in cousin, then the Duke of Kent, he go to the country, then April 26 in the evening, he go to Freetown, he go preside over the independence and all that. But even that self, waiting before happened, and Shaka Stevens, they want to destroy the independence. The very Duke of Kent, who they talk about now, they want to kidnap him, then destroy electricity supply in the country, water supply, so they will plunge the country into chaos and disorder. If you see some of we, sometimes we look a bit, impatient with President Bio. Now, where he look people like APC, then he take the like man them, where for be part of the political governance of the country. Because when people they look the Babala disaster, where they don't care that the country go, how they don't unboard the fabric of the organization. Every day, then they talk about the destruction of the country, but then they take it easy with them. Some of we can, we can be a bit uncomfortable. They put Paris who say, left Pamai for their race. We get independence, then the past. We get good governance in the country. Personal need for can oversee for can stay there long. Before you go to the culture, people know they can oversee. If I put them in the United States, now England they go. Before you go to the culture, they don't go home. Jobs were there, everything was there. The country was so sweet. As you said, to the power passed away, and Margai came, he take over, he continued the good part until 1968, when the satanic people they come by power, then the EPC. So you go remember say with that kind of a legacy where Charles Margai, in your uncle, when that's Sir Milton, when that's the first prime minister, and in your daddy, Sir Albert, when that's the second prime minister when they left, you go expect say you go copy the example. Now people they want actually kutubu. Any reason they for let Charles Margai copy the example so that the leadership will come to yes. Lord take a look at India. After the great man Gandhi, what happened in generation we come after, especially the Mamiso, Indira Gandhi be prime minister. After Indira Gandhi, in Bobode, now they take over. One of the way before take over, Sanji, I think he died by plane crash. Then the other one, Raji, he take as prime minister. Even in your website, for me, the reason why that happened now because of the foundation where they be not live, so the thing they spread, so they will expect say the family will continue, with the progress. Now go to Philippines. Philippines again, you talk about the Aquino family. Okay, the daddy, he not be a president because they assassinated him. But what happened? His wife Corazon be president, then he became be president of the country. All this legacy, because when you get a family, we don't have legacy, then they allow the Pekin and the one where they have for country take over. So then go continue the legacy. Don't talk about even Marcos. Now we already talked to now. So Marcos Pekin, Ferdinand Marcos, the Philippines, then a president. So are we all of this tone now? For let we say this that the legacy this way Sir Milton and Sir Albert left, where Charles Margai before copy, where the thing before continue. But the question is, it one, the answer I know. Why? Because the man not get blessing. People they will wonder why could you say this man not get blessing? Because the things the way he do, anybody will come on a very iconic family, a family where everybody get respect for. We don't make their own contribution towards the task of nation building. Then you, the Pekin, you can't do. What you can do, you betray that kind of legacy the way they left. It go tranga for let them associate you with blessing. It go really tranga. So these are the basis that way at the top say the man of the blessing. Because of that. Now they can explain waiting for undermine the Margai legacy family, the good legacy where he left. What did he do? The question is, he build on that foundation in order. Because you expect, say, because of that, rich legacy, especially you're the queen, we talk about the emancipation, you talk about Abraham Lincoln, Now he make black man a free in this country also. So every now and then that record it. So you expect say, well, a guy like Charles Margai, he will come, say, well, okay, the legacy where he Uncle Sam meeting, establish, and where Daddy can continue. He will come, for example, in Daddy, he serve as Minister of Finance, and as Minister of Finance, now he come up with the Bank of Salon, now he change with money. We see the real leons and center we see now money they be strong past America dollar. Even the design of the money set we see they show that 5 leons how it be there. You see now be move column. We see how the money be there. How it be in class all of the Minister of Education, he did very well. Virtually every side we Sir Albert Hook. Even when he can come in conferences and they come away because exchange we follow what he do now that in a Rhodesia business where Ian Smith go declare UDI. I don't know now also know about UDI when they call Unilateral Declaration of Independence by Ian Smith then as Prime Minister. Sir Albert and the first day they fed in a vast standing. They made them they call it Albert of Africa. All of them. So those were good rich legacies the way the Margai said. So you expect say when Charles Margai come, but the thing is, the guy from the circumstances of the beginning that be failure. Because CKC suicide go, if he done it, but because of him papa in influence and pursuit, so they send us to Ireland for let go study law. They send us to Ireland. So you expect say when you don't know, you go rush come home. Sir Albert tell him, say, let it try come home, so that when he could come home now, instead will go close to the party, get groomed up, so they will be groomed, for leadership. But the fellow way morally arrogant, immorally arrogant, he really get a false sense about himself. He get this facade, but the facade actually it counts in what we call emptiness, palpable emptiness, and shallowness. Okay, he go. Finally, he open law practice. Well, of course, it was not even that a lucrative law because that book is that Usai, one of them people will be vice president APC, AB Kamara. In fact, we were common at the area, then lawyer, and the name in the show, lawyer AB Kamara, in chambers beneath that Concord Road. You may get even Mahoney, you may get you get a lot of them guys them we come on a board, we are very good lawyers then. We eventually gonna future we get a lucrative careers then. But this cannot be said of Charles Margai. Okay, if Charles Margai actually like we say if now a guy we gets blessed here, so all this foundation way in Uncle and Daddy done go build on that. How it go build on that? One, by now that area where they come up because they do they go set to first now. If you don't have bang back to they come out, but they make both like the headquarters, the big town. You may expect say Charles Margai will go establish a foundation, he go establish a monument in there people they name where because Bonta a tourist area anyway where people can go, they go show they say, see, you're in this country, they get that thing and they get memorials and where they set up, where that a touristic, places for people to come. So where you see this place where so you get all that thing and the independence and documents and a lot of things where the country go through with the leadership. For example, the historic visit of the Duke of Kent, where go, the historic commissioning of Guma Valley, where take place November 25, 1961, where the Duke of Kent in West that the Queen go. He even talk about the historic visit of the Queen 1961. Let's say a day, because respect means so much for the country. Back and forth, he talk about railway where we didn't have the country. Because this hardship where people they talk about, it goes say, well, you see, this one I see so this country began railway. But Uda pull up the APC that Hamburg railway. When they pull railway, it bring hardship. This hardship when they talk about people they know they go back to the antecedent of our. You see, that the danger this way get people they way shallow minded that the country they're not intelligent enough, They're not historically minded, so they don't get anything we call comparative analysis. So now make them just, oh, the country anger under President Bio. No. The foundation of the hardship of the country started with APC when they removed that railway and they don't replace her with anything whatsoever. Because what it happened with the railway in the country, you get the towns there where spring up. They half town there where people they, the farmers there, where they grow their crops there, they do this, then they bring another line, then they carry they half town there, where open, then they say they so food they come inside town, think that like we will be there for me, so some of them for people they way be they walk that railway. When they come home, when they come home, then they bring things there, food in abundance and all that. But when Shaka Stevens, Jamil Said, and Solomon Pratt, we not forget for the mention Sylvia in Grandpa in India that they all join and remove the railway. They not count anything. So they get and they not establish a traffic infrastructure like Naya. So everybody they see that they highway they big trailer motor car where they go from coast to coast. They carry goods and services. They go. They make shortages so they don't make all that planning. So they left the country in that kind of a state today. So all of it. So you expect to say about just Margai will get all the here. So people are going to say, always say this country and be a very progressive country under the leadership of Sam Margai, as well as Mio Daddy. Look at all the infrastructure they will be. We've been going to the call SAPMB. Waiting SAPMB involved in produce business, agriculture, what they call it. Then within the constraints of that, jobs are available. Young man, they left free upline. SAPMB, they can't sit down a free job. No, we get this kind of a crowd that free job at all. Because jobs were out there. You may get forest industry. Because I remember even one of the people, the Whitman will be as general manager, Mr. Price, I'm sorry, Mr. Price, because my daddy work there. So that makes me sabi, the kind of people they need. So with all of this, that next year you expect Charles Margai for us said a good thing now, we're going to remind people them, and this time they can't go close to the political leadership. So the fundamental question is, all of this is not wrong. Okay. So right there, the guy don't become a colossal failure. I hope when I go be me out where they lay out this guy, the things that he do for Bismarck or Hamburg, the rich legacy where the people they left, do all of this. Okay. He can't join politics. Who said to them, this guy will do well after, the country don't return to civilian rule, following, the destruction where APC caused, where that the mismanagement of the fabric of the society now lead to that war in the country. So when they eventually, when God make Lieutenant Bio them, they manage, they take the country, come back, that APC they had, then they establish a democratic, form of government. Almost instant, who are them for look up to for leadership? Now, Charles Margai, SNPP for look up to leadership. But they take a retrospective look at the king. They look at the guy was not prepared. The guy, they see any semblance of, leadership, quality panel. Okay. So in the final analysis, what do? They bring Ahmed Jan Kaba. In final, people they understand, see, not to Ahmed Jan Kaba go there, they prostitute before SNPP for let them make a president. No, not them, are the SNPP people there. Because God will not make, God don't put kite paper panel, because don't forget, say, instead the Commission of Inquiry, 1967, it will finally they come up with their history also. We also find them culpable for wrongdoing at the country. But he managed to come up at the country, God make it kind of United Nations, he work there, he get a very good job, he go there. So he will not sanitize himself. So when he sanitize himself now, so when SLPP call him, so then get the job. Waiting Ahmed Jan Kabadu, I really want to follow Charles Margai. He already for himself. Ahmed Jan Kabadu call him for let them be together. Wait to do immoral arrogance. You know that guy was morally arrogant. Immorally arrogant. And the same moral arrogance that can go to Solomon Berewa, where he go begin challenge the man in antecedent, even though the man get a bet by far, he get by far superior antecedent person, he go begin challenge her. He don't agree. Then when the man bring her inside in government, where they make a use of internal affairs and all that thing, you know, like I said, in sense of bigness, in sense of excellence, and in sense of fixed grandeur, we no give permission for let you understand, say, Ahmed Young Kabana, boss, he begin to do things that we very unsavory or they pull up. Okay. Fast forward. Again, APC come power. Who that help bring APC power? John the question happened in 1967 when the SNPP people that help APC come namely Kutubu Kaisamba, Luceni Biwa, JB Francis, and all that thing that they help bring APC camp power 1967. APC never won an election by itself. People they need for understand say that's the people never forget. So we get a parliamentary, form of government that will be get the that kind of government when they get a which be get. So then now 1 seat self when I get as majority in the parliament, una go be now una go form the government. Will not be get the presidential system of governance. But now SIPP, the people the way I don't name so Kutubu Kaisamba them that them because of the bad hearts when they get. You see, I want that everybody understand it today. Today, I think I will spend considerable time on this thing so people then go actually know what's the SIPP the problem and what's just Margai particularly. APC has never been a problem for SNPP. Openly, and they talk this. It's just like Nigeria. Don't go to the north. Now, then the people in the north, now they go say, okay, we will give you really power. If the north one remain in power perpetually, take go to Nigeria. Take go. Outside a Fulani, if they want the power in Nigeria, take go. Now they happen also. One old power, Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 9 and they put this so. Even though people when they got one and enough, he come out. Even though we the vice president, a highly qualified man, you mean Obasanjo, whatever it is, but now come on now. So they know they give. So what do they talk? The SFPP with a strong hold when they get that Southeastern, who say really today, they don't even need for go into negotiation with anybody. Some of we need for come up with a facts there because they look at the constituency. No matter how much gerrymandering APC do, you're not going to match waiting in at the Southeast. You're not going to match up where you put them combined because you're talking of 60 districts alone, entirely. So that alone don't do forgive them the majority in the place. So going back to charts, they say that he can. What do he do? 07, what did he do? He go erect a rock of Gibraltar before SFPP. Solomon Berewa, well, actually, who said today he win the election day because 07 waiting at Ahmed Young Kabal, I think that the same threat where APC they threaten now when they work out, they threaten if they not win election that this could be, if they not win election that could be. At the same time, but poor Ahmed Young Kabal in command United Nations, 1945 the winger for peace and other collapse. So he capitulated. So he struck Christian at top for letting he nullify all side Solomon Berewa win, then constituency the outside win, all the color area, then he just be Anet by Koma. Anet by Koma not be win that election. They genuinely we prepare for telling that he not be winner. Now Ahmed Young Kabal capitulate so APC the threat. But the hope is the electoral commissioner now he not go capitulate to that. So what he do, he begin challenge Solomon Berewa. He begin, they begin talk about book business. They wonder then guy they are. The thing about education, where some of we always that way some of we don't get education, so that make most time we not tend forget respect for them guy where they lay all this kind of claims, to the kind of academic antecedents where they get. Because the thing is, it is one thing for get this education for go school. It is one thing You go study in the University of Heaven till you beat God by the exams. It's one thing. But it is entirely another thing where the school not go through you, the education not go through you. And the question is, how you say somebody will go school, he will go study in the University of Heaven till he beat God by examination, but still the education not go through the person. How is it possible? How you go able to reconcile this? Well, it's very simple. Now, what they do, your contribution in society, the values the way stand for, the things the way they do, now they give gravitas to you claim to academia, or if they undermine any claim where you get to academia. This is the distinction that, yes, you can get all this education here. So, like I say, where the only side we go pull the University of Heaven, I don't know where you get them, where even God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you beat up. But where you come now, waiting they give gravitas to that you claim to academia, now which they do. And this is exactly which is the problem that Salon and people like Charles Margai. So with all this big talk we get, and a big talk, loud mouth and all that, but the guy he empty. The guy empty. He lacks simple intelligence. He don't get the intelligence or the capacity for rationalize something that properly, for consolidate them into context and perspective, we go make sense to himself. Let alone people them. Now, people that go, why you say this? Why you say this? The answer is very simple. You go support Ernest Michael, man. Even though a school of thought will say, well, you know what? Guess what? The man get a freedom of association. Okay, that's fine. We don't go deny that obvious fact, but sometimes in the exercise of the freedom of association, common sense therefore prevail over opportunistic calculations. I mean, common sense for tell you that. Charles Margai, you want to talk, say, see the sheer criminal mismanagement of the fabric of a nation under APC, where it starts with Shaka Stevens, the apostle creed of Machiavellian politics. You don't say I get the country. Charles Margai, you want to say you're so oblivious of waiting APC do to Idadi? Let I also explain this part of its story. Waiting APC do to Idadi. 1980 Isaiah, 1980 December, Sir Albert come out he come out England. Now I can visit with Naya. 1980 Naya. Unfortunately, what happened? The kind of mammoth reception when they give Sir Albert, when they talk about the first time where the community as a whole, this is not to just you say many people they move. In fact, now out of that reception when they give Sir Albert, when the community give, now they form an organization where they call them Mende Antony Must Unite. I remember that organization where they form now. Yeah. I think the surprise where Sir Albert get, the shock where he get at that kind of a reception where he get, sometimes I contribute to in death 1980. The reason why I say this, when Sir Albert passed away in this country also, the community as a whole come together. We don't know who that many people them, we don't know who that too many people there, we don't know who that group, we don't know. It was a united family, the community come together. Forgive Sir Albert the honor where he deserved. The reason why they talk about it, because of the role where they play at Saloon. You want to highlight some? The income of the Bank of Saloon, as Minister of Finance, he do a lot of things then. The income with the Lyons and Saint them. Internationally, he was representing we properly, even the SAPMB business. All the idea that so the man did a very good job. As opposed to where then they call him a trap. And this question of saying Sir Albert was trap, but no, the other nonsense that Sir Albert had just across the board people that are in cap in Nigeria. If you get Creole people then there, you may get people like John Nessie Williams, you may get people like G. Dixie Thomas, you may get people like Agio King, you may get all of them people then. You get even the Creole Muslims them. You get people like Abu Fatah Rahman them, Dede, and all of this. So accusing Salvat of tribalism was just out of the question. You get people like Batan Macaulay them, who have been the Attorney General them. You get Gashon Collier, where he tried to for let be Chief Justice. So there's no way where anybody will accuse Margai of tribalism. No. Commissioner of Police, William Lee. Remember before being 1 million man, he make a commissioner of police? He could have done that. Okay? a permanent secretary, cabinet secretary, Mohamed Mahdi. He should have easily brought one of his young people there. The principal for Bay College, he left from in place, even though David Siniku be the underminer. David Siniku was part of that plot where in 1967, where John Amadou Bangura be made for letting overthrow the SFPP government. He was part of that plot. Some of we get the evidence to that. We get the evidence. So this David Siniku, they talk about David Siniku. No, there's another part of David Siniku, a very dishonest, morally bankrupt, and unpatriotic David Siniku. Now that a lot of people they don't know. That make some of we ready for rip into the history. The history will not they look back. So, you know, with it, they will excuse me while they go in and out, you know, inject some of this, inject some of because of the case this are they been against Charles Margai. So we give Sir Albert a state and the funeral now gonna they can't go to the best funeral home na New Hampshire Avenue. Like I say, you get the community as a whole joint. So it was not anything we go talk about this na SFPP being this na Southeastern being, you know. It was an honor when they give a leader with all that. Sir Albert finally we send him go home so that he will go get eternal rest among your people them where he will not help also for letting free them. Waiting APC to Shakasirizu. He decrease Albert no go reach his body no go reach the freedom. Let alone let them at least get a day's honor at the parliament of Sierra Leone. He a member from colonial times. They start with the protectorate assembly. Now they start with Albert began with the highest votes in the court. Say they go inside the parliament. Then he become a parliament. He was a member. Say go inside go. Shaka Stevens say Albert not go reach the future. They can't go bang talk. A whole prime minister. So with all of this, when APC do to your daddy, what thing will go in your mind and Charles Margai? What thing will go down your mind? You abandon all this. All right, let's even assume again, because once where they talk about you know, the logic of syllogism also allow for let make provision. So the provision we make now, granted you exercise your right, freedom of association, which is fine, because the Constitution uphold that also everybody. But again, the caveat to that is, as you exercise you constitutional right to free association, you they do in tandem which they call common sense, therefore prevail over opportunistic calculations. You know they allow that the expediency and self-aggrandizement for take over. You know you cannot allow that. You simply cannot allow that. But you allow all that to happen. He go join Ernest Baikoma. He put Ernest Baikoma, which is fine, well and good, because it's over there. But then Ernest Baikoma now, the question for ask yourself, he show any gratitude for that? He show any appreciation for that? No. How? What he do? He begin undermine in the Charles Margai by the people them where he recommend for let themselves as ministers them in place there. He threaten the people them if they not come out. Now that in particular where some of you they call picking Margai don't Chris, because people they call her PMDC. But me not ever they call her PMDC. Only they call her say picking Margai don't Chris. So where he undermine, he threaten and say if they not come out to that party and join APC, he will fire them all. So some on principle one them, we not stand for anything like America. They say we not stand for anything. We fought for everything. Then waiting and may happen. Then join it. So he undermine them. He not only undermine them politically, but even he put respect on them. He lock him up in jail. He lock Albert Charles Margai in jail. Imagine, you know, now did I put Bible say, but I'm not going to cry for you. Verity, oh net, I go succor for you. Wait up in there. Hey, but what you know, you are it so. Then say it. So that's why he lock him in jail. Okay, all that happened. Now, President Bio now where you not be support him. No way, you don't support him. You know if you want to see him in power, but the man come He put sutura upon you. Sutura you. Remember, say, well, this man, not too so much for him, but what in people they do. So they show me appreciation for that. What he do? He give one of the most prestigious jobs in cabinet. Because when you talk about cabinet positions, the frontline teams are, you talk about the Secretary of State or Foreign Minister, you talk about the Secretary of the Treasury or the Finance Minister, you talk about the Attorney General and the Minister of Internal Affairs or other country, they call them Home Affairs or Homeland. America, they call them Homeland Security. And Britain, they call them, Homeland, whatever it is. We call them no Internal Affairs, but now Homeland. And then, so you know, an Attorney General. So the nation in well-being, in security, now you they in charge of that. And all they make you Attorney General when you are the Chief Law Enforcement Officer. When some of us were surprised, we are shocked when President Bio get that kind of position there. But when they keep put by say monkey number left in black and monkey number, the guy is so exponentially corrupt. He's so morally depraved. He's so unpatriotic that he's not even funny. He's not even funny. What did he do? Again, he betrayed the trust and confidence of the Prime Minister of President Bio. The question is how? They go, the government assemble a dossier on the exponential corruption of the mafia team and by Kurma put in place for 11 years. We'll see how they carry the country go down at the abyss through naked corruption. We see them. Like I already say, SLPP is SLPP's problem because the slew of criminal activities on the part of this world. Now, enough that when they go to for vanquish them, there's SLPP not for them on the defensive. SLPP should never be on the defensive. Not to bluff, and they tell anybody not to bluff. If I were part of President Bio, more say in media team, me alone be able to take on APC because hey, they record them. I get electricity from the formation of APC. 30 years they talk so. Me alone able to take them down. But again, people that wait, they are on the president when they know they defend him. But that we'll talk that another time. So all that they make you an attorney general, the chief law enforcement officer in the country. Then they give you. What did he do? He go compromise government and security papers and government sensitive documents. He can't go to McKinney. Go they go look for bribe. Go they look for what's in the money and then by coma party something like that. When the money where he give you, where you go compromise the dignity and office and prestige of that of the job of Attorney General. The same unsavory and by Koroma, this unprincipled and by Koroma, this guy will not where nobody don't go trust because don't get no integrity. By the time he commodity, he don't take phone, he don't call President Bill. I have been giving that story from top guys in na State House. Now talk no more President Bill, no they get talk, what he do? Now maybe some of you they put out the story out. But as God we have it in the church, Margai has never challenged President Bio while he's sacked because he know better than that. Or just zip it up. He know better than that. He locking up President Bio never talked why he actually sacked him on the spot. And by Koroma give money, then what he do? The very unprincipled and by Koroma called and the president, but that's how we arrange. In order to you man just come on now, talk about almost money, yeah. And for confirm that, the president call him, he not get him. So now, in fact, the thing get confirmed, say he go to McKinney. So the president, put intelligence on them, meaning that security people really watch him. So I think that my 38 each 9 days just pull them over. They search and they say, imagine an attorney general, chief law enforcement officer in the country, get pulled over by police they search you, and they find the evidence on them. The evidence was right there. The money were and by Koroma Giam and the amount. So again, Lord bless President Bio. It not be a disgrace because if some of we are part of President Bio in team, so get any influence we move for press President Bio for let it charge that money for corruption. That because President Bio has been fighting corruption. So you not go say they fight corruption. Then you Attorney General get involved in corruption. I mean that they make mockery of the thing, but he left and go. All of it. So the guy is so compromised, is so morally depraved, is so much that I don't know if you know, he's so unpatriotic. But the guy above all is so hates young people there. And I want to tell everybody who tell the Margai family, all the Margai family not there with her. In fact, they form of them, the Margai family form. I don't listen to all. They all don't put a distance between themselves. They are not with him. They're not a supporter. So it's all on him. So whatever they do, you don't get no influence, no bearing. It's not good, especially now Bangbatuk area, Born South Fianda. It's not going to happen. No matter they put Paribu say, Ogolo young, you don't get waste, not wait on grandpa. The time where people say Lily Watade inside, when you get out, you picking my guy on Chris. You know, they're not looking face. Not for now. Where you not the egg man, you not populio, not no day, you not the egg man. Nothing happen, you don't hard up. Because it's so-called law family, but not no day. Now, if fail law family, they nobody know the higher because the guy's nothing. So now the idea he try for the egg now, Samura Kamara and by Kurma, because that's when when you cannot hard up, Chocho Sarata, then they make noise. So this now the guy, this what they talk about, the unsavory miscant. The guy where not noise. But again, and this been confirmed, in Dadi Bino tell her. In Dadi Bino, it be not put we Muslim them we call her fatwa. It be not put fatwa upon her. So leadership in that country, you know, go ever get. Even in Dadi in your place na President Biod, that put respect at the place, that he get a facelift. So a guy like this, the guy is nothing. So be one way they worry say, where they worry say, oh, well, you don't go there, he will not make any impact. He not going to make no impact there because the guy is nothing. He has no constituency. We tell God, the Margai family is not with him. He all there by himself. So if I reach out with people then, I'm just going to tell them, I say, this, that the Margai, this, luckily I don't go inside the evolution of, the Margai family there within, the strands of the politics and so if anybody get any question, any comment, the line open where and they can go to number 2. Luckily, I decided today because of the importance of this, in line of the election when it comes, say I ask the studio for let them open the line. We will take a few comments, and questions to answer. So I go to the next one. Like I said, the close on the fact say we are not even worry about just Margai. Just Margai is not a factor. Nobody will go influence. So because the man not help himself, and as they look at now one foot in a graveyard, one foot in a so we understand the politics of desperation. So having said this, like I said, in the line open and people are free for join or for make a comment. If comment there, I go ask the people that at the point in time when I used to almost towards the end, I go ask the studio really comment. When a time can talk about security around a head of state and the family, a head of state. I will talk this in consonance with this naked aggression, this all-out war where the opposition through the agents we don't know wage against we sitting president and his wife. It's very important for us to discuss this today. For long, let's say I don't come, but some of we say, okay, at the point in time, sometimes the government will say, wait a minute, this year, it don't usually some of you want call the crisis level. You don't reach that level. And what are they do today? Are they talking in comparative analysis of waiting me they see how they protect a president of the United States? People they go and say, well, you don't go compare how they secure the president of the United States to how they secure president, especially in our country. Well, small. Yes, but I don't go give one latitude to that. Because security now one definition you get. So what you need for do? Una need for do things and we go secure una. Okay, not even 12 at Nassaniun. Shakasin is be secure inside? Yes. Yes. Because the office of president or head of state, you vulnerable, you're not a target. November 22, 1963, when they follow American political history, we remember, when see what happened to John Fitzgerald Kennedy na Texas. What happened to her? From that same day, where that thing happened, 91 day, when they in charge of securing the leader, they vow saying, you know what? This will be the last assassination of any president that would they talk to. The one that they call the secret service, the one that where they use job like that. We na Sadio, we get any that kind of institution there, we get that kind of establishment they know just from the police number. So right there, intelligence failure number one, because the secret service, people don't know that. Two major things that they way the secret service they do now. But the other one I can give more emphasis. One, now for protect the currency of the United States money. Now one of the responsibilities that. But within the confines of protecting United States money, now make where people they where they go make fake money now, they pass. Because the secret service they pick them up. Like Nasalo, they all kind of fake money. They know they pass. Fake dollar, not they pass. The secret service they pick them up. But another responsibility where if I not take supremacy over everything, the protection of the the first family, meaning that the president, his wife, and the family, that are the remit of the secret service there. They put structures and mechanisms in place. For the secret service people, and they get an academy where they go. Now they didn't start. They get an academy where they go, where everything they at their disposal just for secure the life of one leader. Because when anybody assassinate the leader now, it get far-reaching ramification. If anybody not believe, let's find out what happened in Rwanda. Now the shoot where they shoot the plane of the president, Haryana, now Rwanda, now lead to that carnage also. That one president, when they shoot in plane, people they don't know. The only final people they go to read history, then they make research, then they find out what are the causative agents of certain things. One, the president, Mr. Haryana, where they kill na Rwanda, na lead to what to get so. So, for protect the president na a country like this, and I believe said other country, but particularly who say me there, because I had done it for too long. So we are more of what they happen now. Because they take time, they look what they happen around me, I read, I follow up. Not to play business and security not get cost control, it not get the. Because like you say, any harm to the president of any country, any leader, it bring a lot of far-reaching ramifications. I must tell anybody, endless ramifications. I don't give an example which happened in Rwanda. So the first problem we'll get as Salon, we really not get trained. Well, we don't call it a secret service, but we are in that context. But in a broader context, we will call it a secret service of Salon or a secret service of Salon, meaning that trained and professional people them will get everything where he gets for protect a leader. Not only for President Bio, because President Bio is going to be gone. Time limits will make that President Bio go. People they need for understanding he's not going to be there for life. We are going to, at the point in time, we're going to get another president of the country. Anywhere where it happen, be it APCO, be it NGCO, be it this, or be it anybody, or be it even Kutubu, because hopefully the next president of Sali will get for me Kutubu. So I go need that protection there. But putting jokes aside, the president get for be secured. And what get for happen? The instruments they wait for the in place. Since President Bill came to power, either for cynical expediency or tactical conciliation, we are not seeing this. We don't see where the president and wife got I go call her assaulted because waiting that human debris be due to na England na assault. He assault the it be take a foreigner went out to South Union for intervene because we also thanks to social media we see what they happen at social media. Where go to the woman he rescue, the president, the wife he rescue. Anything could have happened, and he fell of vow. What did they go do? And then we see where chain of Margai go England. If finally they come up with a history, they let people they understand how APC don't make up the mantra, a point of duty. They don't make a life and death for go after the president in family, but in particular in wife. We see where chain of Margai, a so-called opposition leader, then at England, then at a meeting where one of it hoodlums them, it talks them in depths of society, ask her who said they will take care of President Bill, and we all know what they mean. We secret service in the country, or we people them way that the job that for secure the president and the family, we not see they not do nothing. We also see when August 10, when APC again, because there's no need now begin talk say, oh no, this no, not to not them, because of the insightful messages that when they put out. When even the so-called leaders they say, so the hoodlums and they pick them up. We see what they almost overthrow the government, and in the course of trial for preventer, we find police officers that we lost their lives on duty. We also see where Alfred Palo Conte, he take weapon, he can't go now. The seat of government, he can't go there. We don't care which kind of excuse anybody where the thing it be secure and be this. No. This country also there. Even if you're not a policeman, but if you're not assigned to the State House there or the White House there, you know they carry weapon go inside there. No. You get for the unofficial and they call we go permit you. Vehicles and all they enter State House now, the president office like that. If they go through security check, all of those things. If they go there, you just know they go inside the State House or the White House now, no more, like that. No. Because now they are the seat of government, now they the leader there. We see Paulo Conte take God, he can't go to the State House. Now the president, God and Sarah, smart and alert, security people and police people that where be confronted with that. Now different things what they talk about. If that thing they be happen, most of that it be APC they be power. That happen. I'm like Conte go on ready for can they go to court for make sure say they put death penalty for them. Because it's good for that, for friend people them. But at the same, I'm like Conte this, the man where go live and Francis Mina, where he put case for Francis Mina, he put at a place where he call a Lucifer, that's so he refer to the man. Now the name that way a yam. And all that he maliciously prosecutor say they hang the man, he go take the man in job. He take in job. So that goes show say immediately after the man in job. Now the same I'm like content this when go defend Palo, they talk all kind of all kind of trash. And then for tell God thank you, President Bio, Lord give credit now, in order to interfere in the judicial running of the country. I can give an example. When they bring that kangaroo case against Mohammed Solifona and others, every day SI Koroman and they go to court. That fellow they call Abbas Sitani. If they meet to the trial judge, then Justice Marcus Cole, if they meet to them. For let he understand say this case not go no other way pass the way APC one time. That then they call police terrorism and judicial intimidation. SI Koroma, they go there every now and then. For make sure say, and the case come out the way where they want. And they hang for that day. But has President Bio ever done this? No. I don't for say President Bio, no. If President Bio want to get a grip up now the judicial, he go do him. He go do him. If he really want to, he go do him. So we need for the credit this man say a lot of the President Bio in a look salon. I don't know something that way they can't oversee every night. They see how the government can country also. So now the idea they take salon. But some of you will not believe in that, will not like that with it. No, now the iron-fisted way, because now the only way that people will get the message. They don't see away APC, they do so. If now Shaka still is in power, you don't go get no August 10 you don't go have, even, let me say Shaka still, if now and then my Koroma be in power, there will be no August 10, what to see now, there will be nobody, no go take weapon can go to State House. It's not possible. He let that lawyer, they say, now a lawyer can't he go argue, you're only wasting time. For they put a judge where amenable to their own design and go sit down the case. And that judge don't go case if you. If anybody not believe, when I rewind the history of Ghana, when Kwame Nkrumah will be there in power, what he want they be there was a so-called attempt on them. When the Chief Justice sit down the case, when he sit down the case, he find out say something cost or something like that. The Chief Justice in Ghana by time of the independence and all that, when he dismissed the case against about the people that saw evidence on it, Kwame Nkrumah not only sacked the Chief Justice, but he makes sure say he bring a judge there where he go the way where he wants. That kind of, we don't read about all that kind of people in there. Has President Bio ever done it here? No. He don't interfere in the runnings of the judiciary. No. This is the advantage APC taking. Now, I mean, every now and then they don't go, they go to the international community. When Shaka see anybody they talk about international community? No. Or when and by Koroma anybody they talk about international community? No. Because they make sure that they understand the facts. Say, Saliona is a sovereign nation. Okay? We don't get independence since April 27, 1961. We don't care waiting the so-called international community they give the country. Okay? If not that, we will come up with the history again for say, after World War II, America will rebuild Europe. It will be Europe. I don't know how many of you know of what they call the Marshall Plan. The person when I be Minister of Foreign Affairs there or Secretary of State there, George Marshall, now developed that plan there for rebuild, Europe. But that means say because America will not rebuild Europe, that means say they go mortgage their sovereignty. No. Whose country that this planet here will depend on America past Israel? Virtually Israel depend on America. Then now when you talk about Israel, now America they talk about. Because me go uncle and say Israel are the 54th state of America. You don't go even talk anything where you go. Why this talk they go accuse of anti, Jewish or whatever. They get all their language, semantic business or anti-Israel sentiment and all that thing. But then that says Israel not they act in the way they act the way they want. They call it a vested interest. So this question say whether the international community, when I just support with the international community support whether for choke with what now, we don't for do nothing again, all things for be subject to the whims, views, and caprices. No, that actually it undermine any claim will get to be a sovereign nation. So we need for tell God thank you. All of this president Biodo endure that here. It don't go say it don't repeal the death penalty. If anybody asks me, say Kutubu, you approve of the repealing of the death penalty? Me answer instantly no. Because the death penalty they act as a deterrent. Even America also they so. Now yeah, death penalty they. Under APC death penalty be needed. If anybody don't believe, we now go ask Brigadier John Ahmad Bangura. Una go ask Mohammed Sohi for them. Una go ask them about the way they call the Mami Okostit gang. Una go ask Johnny Grant without Weliti Street mother. Una go ask Mohammed Ghazali, when I be electoral commissioner, when I be one of the top Agbad in the APC for Port Rock, una go ask her. And so many, una go ask them. Una go ask them, they go tell them. Una go ask Francis Mina. Then APC name Ashweka. Yes, President Bio get good intention. But what in APC they do, then they may take advantage of the intention. All this lawlessness, this thugging, this violence, on as they see so. Yeah, it's not going to happen under APC. It's not going to happen. Paulo Conte don't go na Pane. If I know they remind you of that here, Paulo Conte don't go na Panema Road. Prison. It goes selling them all the machine. That side they hate people then. Then they grease and fine. For send message to the young youths them. When they don't left them out today, they run amok. You don't go there. Say, let them, let them. Yes, President Bio is very nice. But some of we don't look say this year, they reach a point. We remember now if we ponder if also they consider the security ramification. Now look what they happen to us now. This is a deliberate act that will be happen where they go plow into the president in what is it? It was deliberate, not to break failure. They be mean now. Now they don't care. When the president, if other people that they understand it here, not only in even like Russia and the Soviet Union, because me the man and they follow a lot of things that when they happen around the world. I can just sit down no more and look for the history at Google and do that today. I get a television where they give me multiple stations in Africa as well as Europe. Multiple. I can just sit down and say, okay, let's look what they happen at this country as well. Let's look what they happen in Nigeria. Let's look what they happen in Ghana. Let's see what they happen in Uganda. Multiple stations at the watch. So I will quickly abreast. When Vladimir Putin in Motokari, they passed na Russia. The whole of that street, no Motokano they passed it. No Motokano they passed it. Until the commander in us, they go inside the Kremlin, no Motoka. Every Motoka get for with none. Because of the safety. Inside America, and all they see, when the president of the United States, they come almost say he on the wheel. In fact, I mean, mostly the president of the United States, not the sidecar, mostly, they rather prefer he use helicopter. I told you a while ago, say security not to play. The citizens of the United States get fleet of helicopters them at the president in disposal. They get state-of-the-art aeroplane for the president of the United States. They get state-of-the-art car where they give the president, where the Secret Service, now then they work with the people in Nigeria, Detroit on that car, how they want them. The car where the president right now, the Secret Service get 100% say into waiting they go into that car, waiting at the makeup of that car, all that because of the security, not to enter. Now I make if you now observe any side where the president of the United States go, they no Motokano, no other Motokano, now they Motokano they can go. They get a plane where they carry everything where the president of the United States is. So even where the president are they call up the air, they walk there. That made they call it the White House and the air. Then the White House at the ground. The Motokawe they sit down then at the White House at the because inside that in Motokawe sit down. He able to attend to the citizens of the United States. He able anything will happen. He will remain inside that car. He do everything for protect this country as so. He will remain up
about this
there.
way Charles Margai do.
Professor, you have a call. Go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah. Hi, Kutubo, how are you?
Fine.
I want to thank you for your analysis. I enjoy them very much. You are a very great historian. You don't say everything concerning Charles. What in this man do not only somebody know bless him. Now they behave that way than me. So as my guy, just a week or two ago, you come out, you not chest, another general, I will never this, I will never that. I mean, it was a shock for let me see Charles Timap yesterday. They called Samora a brother. Charles, you been in that country, then people and they cost me, mama. Then they cost Mende people then. You know Mende slash Shabro. I hope sex has been listening to this. Because if they don't lost in mind, make her remind them. Then they call me Mende dog. Charles not only betrayed the Margais, it betrayed both the Mende and the Shabro. Then now you want to take this man and go showcase him wherever you visit you. Go, you will meet, they will call you at your church for welcome you. I am I cannot believe a whole attorney. I mean, for let you sell your soul for money, because this particular thing will happen, not for nothing, no. Not for nothing. Charles will come out 2 weeks ago, they're not in jest. Then all of a sudden they don't change, someone don't talk in border. Now money they don't get back. Now money they don't get. This man is a disgrace. Charles, you are a disgrace to the Mende people. I am very disappointed in Charles Margai. Very disappointed that we young brother, we papa, we uncle, we everything. They not stand for we. He sell me out at this time. When people are going to threaten for killing me, for killing Mende, they call me Mende dog. They cost me. Some of us are mothers. Then they cost me. That back them. What? Charles, you know that you use wait him up like a bat. You then you grab, you go endorse people like a bandy. Let us tell you what is going to happen to you, Charles. I hope you listen. President Buhari will win this election, and it will win in a grand style, the likes of which have not happened in Sierra Leone. President Buhari will win this election. Now, it's got a set record. And after this election, Charles, you just fade away. We will never hear about you again. The only thing we're rid of you. Now, when we see you don't die, you will completely fade away. You know they ever exist again in the book of Sierra Leoneans. If somebody mistake you call your name, say Charles Margai, somebody will say, who? That's how irrelevant you get for after the election. Shame on you for what you did to us. Now, that's the only I want to say. Thank you very much, guys. You are doing a very good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And stay connected while Professor they continue the program.
Well, no, that sister, we come, he expresses more and outrage here, that too. But waiting, I go, you have one more quick enough. Charles Margai get for end up like how Kutubu Kaisama end. It go end up like how LA Bria end. So the question, how do people end? When Kutubu Kaisama they don't die, after they don't betray SLPP and many people there. And your people then say, Yanda. Na the Kaisamba ime how they call it, they know abush the kango. Earlier we were how how it can you block on one itself. The
But
same
Professor,
way.
there are questions on here. People say the man gets too much pride. Some say since 2007, he not ever go in village because he not get any cohesion with in family members. And some people then they say ain't go be a factor. Others, because as of yesterday, there were a lot of mixed feelings. People say he's gonna be a factor because they don't say they go join Anes by Komal and then they run down at the southeast. And others they look at and say he's no less a person, not able to create no impact currently. Being a historian, you don't go salon, you don't see how things tend to go. You don't see how exactly Charles Margai in life be don't be from that time. Bangbatu in household when a day it not gets even the votes where they expect individuals for votes. Like you go stand for position, you family first now they boost you up. then others go join. But in own family members no boost them. With all these mixed feelings on social media, I want to let you do that clarification, sir. Why are they exit out from
Well,
the people?
Elizabeth, thanks very much for this question. What they say to event, okay. You know, they pull Bible and say, where soap not was itself soap, not to other man close you wear. For all intent and purposes, Charles is not a fact. The man, even event so-called law with it, the man are a failure. Like I don't say the Margai family, I don't go to the forum, I don't see them. They all don't dissociate themselves from Adequate and they know they with them. So when your family, because when they talk about it, your family get for the you first. Like when they put power, will say, when us not sell you, treat not go buy you. When your us not and they wouldn't go out, chances are the man hard up. He hard up. That's what he can do. That he usually able this. When he hard up, it creates this kind of a scene around himself. It draw attention, around himself with some marvelous, statement or activity. So that just like whether sister don't already the money they don't get because the man hard up. The man not to lawyer, he don't able to do law work. The man as he's not able to sleep, he sleep. So he don't know now say better no day. And I did say before he born, he went and he know say no way no they get where President Bio go get that opportunity where he get where he go betrayal like that. He know that. Don't for say no. All of this now some kind of a chicken in that so he know that. Deep down, the man know they say he's not a factor. Because if anybody not believe, go down Bangba talk. They don't want to hear about this man. So go there and be tell each other so. So it's not even. And I want to tell everybody the only reason why I do this program so because Elizabeth will tell me from yesterday, Kutubu, I want to do this just back again. But he got told I say flat out, I said no, I need it drop. Because the guy that told me that I need less distraction, that a waste of time for kind of you know that they talk about just Margai. Because we don't make a whole segment on that Salute Talk Forum. Say other people they come again today, they come. Some big people they send message to some people the way that now Kutubu, you got to do this program so. That I make if you understand. Let me call you back because yesterday you have to say let it be part of the program. I said no, because the guy's not a factor. Now me call you back say some big people they not appeal to me say Kutubu, you get for do this program so. You cannot allow an opportunity like this thing. Now I make no more agree as well. The guy is not a factor. We get more serious thing there for adhere to than for members of something like this. The man one food there na graveyard. One food there. The man go even be lucky if they bury any Margai plot. They put outside the other Margai. They go be very lucky because the other Margai the women don't pass away. Edgar Margai don't pass away. Chief Sam Margai don't pass away. I mean, a couple of prominent people, and they gave them a place of prominence. But I tell anybody now, yeah, Charles Margai go end up like Kutubu Kaisamba, he go end up like Luceri Brewer. Because of this betrayal, so the people they go turn and get back. I want to let everybody. So there are people they don't not even waste too much time on this guy. I'm glad the one that can because I mean specifically asked you let them open the forum today. Let una also be part of this because of this so there are people that do I don't know how to hate for nothing because this guy now what I don't know because he knows say President Bio they come back and obviously President Bio come back he's finished you know that so what you do they try for see now what you go would I hate you go there and I did part would I never go back to now month President Bio area let us Margai go tell us say we not vote for SLPP, we not vote for APC. Now they ask me, are you for real? The man, something wrong with that guy. I think it's senile. Something wrong with her. Something really wrong, Charles Margai. You think say you get out there for going a bond? Banga talk and tell they say let them vote for how they call her. They'll say something. Something say they're on drugs. I don't go be surprised if this guy not on drugs because the only person we're not mentally balanced, then go do that. So going back to security, like we say, President Bio has done everything possible for sure say yes, in a man, elected how the layers of government operate. Because all they tell you they talk about so the security are what they talk about. America, where the president they come on a state house, the White House there, the street they declared. Anyhow, because the president get from point A to point B for go quick, very quick. The president cannot be, they don't afford for letting the president sit on traffic. No. It's been properly coordinated now. You get the whole branch of the DC police now, where your job, if they work with the State House or the White House now, where now they clear the streets and they job that. For sweep the streets, sweeping the street means that clear every traffic before the president. As soon as the president go inside in car from White House, they take no time for the issue because the whole street clear, the traffic light, they not synchronize them all. Everything they show green until the reach side the reach. So that's part of security. So waiting there for happen now. The government when they come back, when President Bill come, then they also focus on security. Or especially on the first family, because like we say, historically, waiting care won't go to Rwanda. Now the killing of the president, Mr. Habayana, now if care won't go to that place. So then they wake up, then they don't play because it's too much now. We cannot afford to go through this. We simply cannot afford to go through. So the other one, the third one, we can't discuss again. Now we perhaps then they wrap up there. And like I said, the line still open. We can still send the call to or the comment to Elizabeth. It will punctuate me. It will stop me for those that come in and those that add. We can't talk about this thing where APC always do, where all the time that they set the stage, for lawlessness in the country. Now, when they go back to what happened, the census, where that they certain the people they say they don't participate by the census. You see that. There was a time where we be there by the program, and sure say Elizabeth will support me on this, where we see a so-called council or they go now people they threaten them. I think yes, if they threaten them, then they don't open the house to anybody, okay? But once they do that, SFPP people they be there, they do their own census. They're not telling people they say they don't participate to they do that. Okay, that come again. Registration come, they tell them say, oh, no, not do this, we not do that. All the time that then they send the people. Now, the reason why APC don't ever like education, they don't like an educated society. They prefer, a society where there's also praise singers and they illiterate people and they ignorant people and they people that when their brains get cooked. That because they kind of people are informed and intelligent society that a threat to them, programs them, to policy them, the politics of deception, misinformation, disinformation, and lies. Okay. Like me and when they listen also na Unity Broadcasting, nobody can tell me say, well, they look this wall also, the wall now why they'll say, hey, that wall they look so now black. No, we say no, wait a minute, not white. But when you tell the APC guys and they illiterate people in there, then they do have this and then by Coma where small thing of them, you're picking it in England and they enjoy it. And then a big place. Now one of the most plus places there for which they don't give me the address like England side anything. Samura Kamara is picking the Okna Bank. They're all family members them. And for their son picking the Okna Bank. Samura Kamara you're picking the overseas. Where ready for marrying overseas, go marry. But when they say no, do all this trouble violence, they know they bring them picking the day. They know they bring the day for let them be part of the violence, the lawlessness that Una they tell because they don't see that they don't weigh Una. They don't weigh Una. They see say Una that cow them because cow where you put on that you have they can't for liquor that's all that day. So that they make APC that make them pride the fact say education or they because an educated society then the one they get when they will talk say the Sabi book. We go later, they're dishonest and morally bankrupt past anyone because they don't get the capacity for point out say most things the way they come up with is wrong. For example, you don't hear where CDI at Tunis, they tell the party people they say, wait till the people that were in charge of elections don't put out so let them do, say let them not be part of them. The video they or the audio they are listening to the money before they come for a kind of asshole. Okay. Would I not tell them all the same they don't do that? But then the people that when they run for going to international community, when things go against another good day, well, this is one of the problems. Is where me, I go be honest now, I was not there. I go make everybody know that the problem is where me get with President Bio. Where they listen to them frauds and jokes, where call they said international community. Because in their own country, then, law and order they work there. Who say one day this so-called international community don't come up condemning the violence and the lawlessness when they see so APC they perpetrate. They have never come out. But also they ready for listening to trash. Yesterday, I tell Elizabeth, I mean they listen to waiting and this guy, Richard Concept, say the World Bank called it to meeting. World Bank tell and say APC are the best government that they are the best people for salon in terms of everything. They get the capacity for manage the economy. They do the World Bank president. So that's it. Yes, he will talk that because I told illiterate people they talk so. This very Richard content not to go forge and there's by Koma his signature. When they follow it, they happen. He go forge a signature. Luckily, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida na Nigeria, and I pick that up. So with more understanding what this guy gets, a certified criminal like this, they can't talk orange. But the APC people, they go gladly for that. But you know, when you take people attack call you out, I understand. The hope here is when God may President Bill come back, it will focus on waiting the citizens the elector for do. Not to waiting the so-called international community. They tell no. It cannot govern Salou through the whims, views, and caprices of foreigners. Because all of them are people like Manuel, whatever he called himself, Miller, that fraud within a Salou, where they call himself, he represent EU. EU country who say come out, law and order they do. That little way come out England, where call himself British High Commissioner. Then Lisa Chisney, whatever. In your country, law and order. In your country, they sack a whole prime minister because a whole a bad party with COVID time. A man with big majority in the parliament. Or go to parliament, Boris Johnson. They sack up. They sack a prime minister wake up, less than a month in office. So if we not country, they would not accept bad way of doing things. Why would I feel so we all country that they would have for dictate? That would have for tell we. This is the problem this way we get. That the problem this way we get. We are not going to accept. You cannot dictate to us. I don't see this Manuel Miller. He go to the elections office. He dictate to the electoral commissioner where they did. First when the man stand up to her. Who's diplomat na England, not even na England. We don't ever go within the British government. They tell them how to govern themselves. There is what they call a Geneva Convention. I mean, a Vienna Convention. When they read about the protocol, we come 1961. We talk against the interference in the domestic affairs of another sovereign nation. And then they play one. I want to fight tell that read waiting the Vienna Convention talk about that. But why we all leaders say they accept that, then they dictate to me. This to me it made fundamentally troubling for saying the least. It really troubling to me for it. But hopefully, when President Bill comes second time out, we change the narrative. We don't go tolerate this anymore. We go breathe heavily down on them and we cannot tolerate. If that's not the case, then we either be the 54th state of the United States or long-term meeting back say, you know, that independence will be go to 1960, May 1960. We'll say one time until we got to April 27, 1961. We they turn them back. We don't have to govern ourselves. We they go back now also not be a colony again of meeting. But as long as we decide say we they remain a sovereign nation of Nigeria, a sovereign nation, we don't go tolerate it. Now what they talk so. This election will take place February 25 in Nigeria between Tinubu and that other Atiku and Peter Obi. Then they fetch them na the court. Nobody not talk say let them go bring international community. No. They get the mechanisms, they get the structures, they get everything, they fetch a day. Now they have problem that they go handle that. They put people say big man no go cry. Sorry for Pikini angry. Say they want to come more than the big man in eye. Now not to the Pikini angry, than the big man angry. We get with problems. We go against them. we went in our social media, we for use them there for also the advancement, the way we can do it, one less emphasis on the international community. Because and by Coromano, look them. If anybody not believe, go back what happened 2012, when a senior UN official meet with the president, then candidate Bio, waiting and then by Coromano, he declared persona non grata, now a diplomatic language that for expulsion, expel them. Then he said Mohammed Bagua for Canada for being Helema life and the man. So why is President Bio not also copying NTSO? We cannot allow the country to be governed by the dictates of because that the international community they give this that the international community not get for give any because we get enough, but because of the sheer criminal mismanagement of the fabric of the nation, the naked stealing won't get the Micromania when the Alibaba and the 40 thieves them, including Samoa, they all that make when they don't grab out in that they can't make. Why this not happen in Guinea? Why they don't go and put pressure on Mamadou Doumbouya and Guinea? Because they look them. So they say tell friends to not the poor friendship. If no matter how much we let President Bio, but for also for the time for the pretend and the truth, we not for endorse everything we they do. So if I use that today, I want to know I don't know if anybody get any further comment, or you get anything where you want to add to the 91 kind there. So as I try now for wrap up, and a recap, what happened today, which I talk about that today. We can't talk about Charles Margai, the swagman. The man will not get blessing. And we're not going to be surprised for no say. The party tell him, say you read fatwa pada. You don't go ever be leader in that country. And one life, that will be so. Charles will never be leader in this country, no matter what you do. So, what you do so, now this is the take dry come as shame, you can't call, we know what it. I mean, we can understand because he know that President Bio is going to prevail at this election, and he know he go forever remain at the bad graces, at the bad books of President Bio, because no way, no day, where President Bio will bring this man. No, some of you don't go. It don't happen. There should not even be a mention of him. No mention. Let it just fade. Let it just fade. They say out of sight, out of mind. That's that way they. And like I tell them, one thing about precedent or history today, because of what people like Kutubuka and somebody do to SFPP and Southeastern Ireland, the people that are killing him and they pay him back when he died. They vow say, yeah, now the Kaisamba compound, you don't go be buried now, yeah. It don't go happen there, oh man. Now bush them okay, you go. And that night happened to Luceni Biwa. They tell them, ain't not be there. And now this time go get for happen to Charles Margai. So Lord just left him. Lord just ignore him because the man don't know what he did plan. You know the way Jesus Christ will tell God, say, we are there people that they forgive them all. He said because they don't, they want to crucify him. Because that's what they Christians say. They say they don't know what they do. So we said, no, just let Charles Margai now confuse. Now I make your party better when they call her PMDC. Me, I get a name for a name. Pikin Margai don't Chris. That's what they call her PMDC. Because if you don't be don't Chris, if Chris not be don't meet her, he don't go do what he do so. Charles one talk say, they hear you waiting and guy they talk. Waiting and get for do many people there. Although that him no more than him. Because the one day when they do, we don't go even call him now because we don't decide that. I don't know for my colleagues name, Elizabeth and Chief Commissioner Vandy, but me Kutubu, they human rejects them when they come with their incident. I don't go ever call their names in there because when you call their name, you don't put in a platform when they're not supposed to do it. And I don't tell anybody when I don't go to send them comment to me. I don't listen because if I don't get anything, I will learn from you. Because me say we sit down there. Although people say, oh, Kutubu, you sabi history, they okay, all right, but I get people that will sabi pass me. I get people that will not pass me. Me say I want to learn from them. I want to learn from them. So now the audio say when you are listening to that name where I will learn from, will also will be part of me. Will be part of me. But I know why you heard of that thing where people that were at the Baikoroma and Yasane and Samura Kamara, the people, no, I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of waiting myself and we will, extrapolate from people that some people pass we, what go learn from it. And that kind of audio they want to listen to. So that Mr. I go improve on Mr. whatever. Now we then grow people they call they say picky way, say the learn book now Qatar now go be headmaster. We don't learn book, so Qatar we don't be we own headmaster. So now make one learn from other people then. So the people then want to about in. We talk about the security that the country where, like we say, the head of state, the security of the head of state is very paramount. We go continue for discussing. APC don't give every indication, say they want to get Babala disaster go to the country. The day after the president and the wave, we don't see all indication. There is no need for let any motorcar they trade the president in motorcar. No. There's no need. Say there's no. You know, we want let people that they follow where if the one wants where the president is, the president of the United States, the one wants where the Secret Service they allow for let go inside motorcar. Because even the president in movement there, that the Secret Service they decide which way they travel. Now then they decide, not to the president they decide that day. All you know, he get from move from point A to point B. Now that that your job that day. But how he get from point A to point B, not to get that responsibility there. The president of the United States get all power, but now one power we don't get. They dictate to the Secret Service waiting for do. Because they be sworn constitutionally, they be sworn for protect the president of the United States. And the president of the United States, not to your area that day, not to expert in security, not to an expert. So now that made the Secret Service that then gets a say over. I want to spend this remaining 20 or 20, 15, 10 minutes waiting for let I tell people about. When I watch when the president of the United States when he did decide Motuka, when he reached that place. They can't do. They reach that Motuka no more he can't do. Where is that place? Neither they open the door. When he decided that Motuka, na jail he did. They had a very prestigious motorcar, now good motorcar. I mean, everybody go on ride and the beast. That's what they call it, the beast. But guess what? It get a lot of restrictions a day. When the president reaches any place, that door not be open. You get the security people there waiting up by the door, where they block the door, waiting up there with machine guns and where they get sick. That's you don't go see another. All the doors, now one door, now they open at that place, one door. And when they open the door, the driver, now after the other Secret Service agent, they don't block the domots, they don't block all the domots. Now the driver, the person will drive, the Secret Service person will drive the car, now they calm down, they go around, before the Secret Service people, they move, come out, now they open the door, for let the president come out. By the time they come outside the car, they not form a ring. 11 Secret Service agents that they surround them. 11. If I know they're going to do that, you apart from the one that where they are strategic places, them, where they are the domots, where they are the entrances, them, where they are the exits, and actually 11 of them that they work out and go. 11. And among them, one of them, they sit down beside the president, they sit down there. It is down there. It make the lead Secret Service agent is sit down there. Why you get the one that where they inside there, where they so protecting the leader of the country. Now a very, very because like we say, any loss of life of the president through the criminal violence, they get far-reaching ramification. So by God power, we will continue for also the bring them we really experience them. Because me until what I can always tell person where in that place, what you do, you watch waiting the happy day. Then waiting the happy day, the good things then you take up, you send an your country then. And since we don't see the security of the president in West has been so compromised under this leadership, we all join for beginning get some suggestions and go to them say, well, we feel say that for change the way how the thing they would have for change the narrative. And for change, the way how the president Now, Nigeria, when the president of Nigeria came up, John question that happened that really Baba in country where that the immediate man are not Korea. You get people in where they run, you know, with the motorcade. You get X amount of security agency under, you get X amount of security. When they job na waka in the waka, once the president decided the motorcar, we they see them. If follow again, watch that thing. Now we don't want to sell you. We can just see the president just go inside any crowd, you do this, don't do that, you do that. We say again the secret service that country should not be permitting the president or just jump inside any crowd for just jump any people in the camp around them. Yes, they go can but there has to be protective layers them. Protective layers they get for day. Because anything can happen, anybody can do anything stupid. And when that happen, whether you go blame that the president that you will blame the secret service people there. So by God power, we will get for spend some time for come, make the secret service people there, say the protection of the first family, they call it the first family, that a matter of must, na high priority, because the first family that a high, if high value commodity, now everybody they aim at. We see that will be happen to the president's wife when they call her accident. No, it was not an accident. It was not a great failure. It was a deliberate attempt. What did happen? One of his security details lost in life. How long am I with security detail people that would lost their life, needlessly like that, through sheer criminal violence, through attempting to assassinate the president? So we need for awakeness, and this I will carry this go. That's a talk forum. Go talk about the role of the one way they protect the president. So, but by God power, June 24, they come by God power. And God go waiting go get far. We believe say the citizens go sit down, then take a retrospective look at things then. They go make comparative analysis. They go weigh 11 years of sheer criminal mismanagement of the fabric of society by a mafioso headed by Kuruma, including them Samura Kamara, because Samura Kamara don't serve actually all the governments them, but don't see anything what he do. You only when they put power, you say, young, get waste not away don't grandpa. Samura Kamara don't hold top jobs then, especially that the economy of the place. It don't be bank governor, it don't be minister of finance, and all they say they will not see what he do. In addition to being foreign minister, will not see what he do. So if yesterday when they position for not to know what I don't know by all what they happen now, so that and then by Kuruma want a third term. This is what we will continue for reminder people then. All this fact way the first not of us as Samura, because God forbid million times Samura Kamara kind to power a million times that God forbid that the government of Makeni, the government of Salion and Makeni go there. Samura go just then state house number all the when you say hasty drink water drunk, now drunk okay with the pan. Whilst Samura and by Kuruma they run the government here. And they don't have so much that the way they made the party structure, the president will not be part of that the advisory council, the top management decision making party is APC, but then the vice president will do it. So what they will do, they will undermine them, and then by Koromane will use that for the undermine the president. They go and use APC constitution for remove the president of the country, say for at party activity. But we also need for the car for scarcity the constitution of Salion, like Supreme, neither SLPP constitution, nor APC constitution, nor any party constitution, no go supersede the constitution of the Republic of Salion. It cannot. SLPP constitution are for SLPP. Whatever problem with SLPP people they get, let it address of the own constitution. APC constitution now for APC, but nobody not go use either APC constitution or SLPP constitution for undermine waiting the citizens they don't do by electing a government of their own choice through the validity of the sanctity of the ballot box. No, it don't go happen. Let waiting and then by Corona will let be the first and the very last. We get for stress the fact say party constitution not they govern the country. Party constitution they govern the parties then. Now make we get a sovereign constitution. We get a constitution for the Republic of Sierra Leone. And where violation take place, assuming the president and the vice president violate the constitution, we get a method where they put them. They call it impeachment. We already in the country also. We all job now for the look koju and see what they happen now. It is one thing for them a country. It is another thing entirely where you did it. You know they follow it in the happen. Nobody knows your grant number. You sack a president now, yeah. Because you don't do so, you don't overturn the decisions there. When the citizens they make, the majority of the citizens they make the police stations there through their votes them. When a president commit an offense now, a vice president, now they could have representatives and if they go through that, they call it impeachment. Now they go, they can all the cases go. When they find out guilty, then we see that way Trump go through impeachment twice now. We see him now. You know, remove the president of any country now, a high bar. You know, just because when you do now waiting the citizens do now, you don't overthrow the citizens the decision where they make that the police station. We need for the talk about NTR. So these are the essences of social media, not for Kanye for the country. Lord go burn CID, Lord go kill them, make them money, Lord go do this to them. No. That's not a job of the not to doubt for the user platform they for they use the platform, especially where they oversee us so. When they say how things they work now, yeah, now they send them back to this that we call participatory democracy. Democracy not to pass to go sit on a parliament or you go sit on be cabinet minister. No. What do they do so? Now democracy they now do they pass so. Now part of politics now they pass on that yeah. Now your contribution is what they make so what they can raise awareness. And they do it gratis. Nobody know they pay we. Nobody know they pay we. John Kennedy be talks say not ask what America will do for you. January 20, 1961, when he take the oath of office as president, he tell all the fellow citizens not ask what this country will do for you. You ask what they do. Now we na unity broadcasting they do. We know they ask what the government they do for we. We know they ask what the country they do. With all what they go through, but now we all contributions raising awareness. Now we kind of very prepared. We don't go through research, we don't make research them. So for brothers and sisters, the way not going to be privy to the fact that me personally, I mean, it goes sound self-serving, but I spent inordinate amount of time they read about other country people there. Now where at the talk show, I don't order a book where nearly cost me $100. The book there because they already talk about one man in Ghana when they call General Trump where they put come up and power, they drink all. But which have somebody in Ghana don't write a very good book about the man. Very good book. The next one I will show that the book. And they read that book because they prepare for make a major broadcast on Ghana from whose side they don't come up from when they get independence from 1957. From the from the struggles them. They include they all let's say the big six and all that how they get independence up to but for they do all that today you get for read, you get for get books them. Good and books written by learned people, the erudite people there. So when they talk with any degree of authority. They tell so they just come up here and count for them. The problem we'll get, we know they make efforts, we know they read, we know they make efforts. Some of we did newspaper, so we know they read newspaper. But all the time we get propaganda and news where they come. All the time we get things where they can't. But what else about when are the fact? When are the factual basis we get for that, the propaganda, misinformation, disinformation, lies, and all that thing. So, but we tell God, thank you. We now unity broadcasting. We prepare ourselves for tomorrow. By God, again, we come again with another edition because that's what I know. That election now they can also. And where we will spend time they do that. We'll spend time they talk about comparative analysis. Them. We'll spend time for sensitizing the psychological attitude of the voters and say. America, the government slogan, they say, is in broke, don't fix it. We don't see any need now for let this government not return to power, where you consider the astronomical strides away on the phenomena sky say we don't know, then you juxtapose them with 11 years of mafia rule supported by Samura Kamara and by Koma and Fode Asane. So the question is, you don't care people, they want to send it again? They will just care the country go down at the abyss. So we will continue for state. The reason why President Biafra returned to office. We will continue for farm. So for now, we not see among all the people that we don't imagine who that we go replace President Biafra with. Just Margai, the guy when they work out, when she don't sleep, they sleep. The guy who's almost out there, Samuel Kama, a hopeless drunkard. Would I don't read that book when they call things fall apart? Would I know of one man when they call you know car? When they can say he drink water, no drunk. The man the only thing that was you're for drink no more. That's it. So they're not like Samuel. So, like I said, we'll come to my Thursday. If God be Saturday, we'll come. It's been a pleasure having you guys here today. We're glad Unity Broadcasting on our place this. And even they can't get more because the lead host, the lead correspondent, by God by the Cargo Salon. So una go be well advised or not, let us stay tuned with Unity Broadcasting because I'm going to get the report live here, not to propaganda, not to misinformation or propaganda. Una going to see the thing live, una going to get it live. So you guys cannot be more blessed and fortunate enough and forget a place like this. Where all the other outlets are anti-government. Take 98.1, same thing. Take AYV, same thing. So we lead host, he try to bring this station also, so that no more we go balance, the discussion. At least now, una hear from our side. So he left una now for let una make informed decisions, let una weigh all, so that we will pick the chaff from the grain and trade the chaff with them. Until then, this has been Kutubu Kuruma.
Audio